Hello everyone and welcome to Victoria's Cantina. Today we're having a look at the Funko ReAction Jaws Great White Shark and Quint Final Battle action figure set. This set was a 2015 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. I was very surprised when I came upon it at Toys R Us. If you watched my episode of Toy Hunting Adventures in which I went to 2 Toys R Us stores, then you saw me pick this up. I haven't seen it since, and I was really happy to find it because these are still going for quite a bit on eBay, though I imagine they will come down in price since it seems like most Toys R Us stores are going to be carrying them. As you can see from the box, it's completely identical to the box that housed the individually released Great White Shark. Same aesthetic, same dimensions, except this one has a 2015 Funko Summer Convention exclusive sticker, and then of course the blood splatters on the window there. You can also see Quint inside of the shark's mouth with his machete as he is trying to free himself from the prying jaws, no pun intended, of the shark. The back of the box is also identical to the individually released shark from the figures that are shown, as well as the picture of Martin Brody battling the Great White, and then the "You Yell Shark and We Got a Panic on Our Hands" on the 4th of July text. Alright, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and get these guys out of the box. When we come back, I'll take a closer look and see how cool they are when they're unleashed from their cardboard prisons. Alright, you guys, and here are the items out of the packaging. Very, very cool. Of course, both of these items are very similar to the ones that we previously reviewed of the Quint action figure as well as the Great White Shark figure. And although the shark is a repainted figure and is otherwise completely the same as the regular version, Quint is actually a retool. While the body is the same as the regular Quint figure, this one does feature a new head. Give you a close-up of Mr. Quint. As you can see, it's very nice looking. Looks a lot like the character did in the film. Pretty gory with all the blood covering his clothing. But nonetheless, he still looks very, very nice. The back of the figure is actually quite clean. But front is pretty bloodied up. If I bring in the original, regular version of the figure, you can see that the bodies are completely the same. The paint is also mostly the same, except for the shoes. Interestingly, the original Quint just has like gray shoes, whereas the one that comes packed with the shark has blue shoes, and they look to match his bandana. Now the heads, as you can see, are different. They're sculpted very similarly, though paint on both of the heads is a little bit different in the facial areas. You can kind of see that the eyes are done somewhat differently. I think I actually like the way that the regular single release looks a little bit better, but this one's pretty good too. And of course he was wearing that bandana when he got attacked by the shark, so makes perfect sense that he would have it. And as I said earlier, Quint does come with his machete that he used to not only to cut the rope in an earlier scene, but also to battle the shark. Since, of course, Quint isn't the kind of guy that's going to go down without a fight. In the way of articulation, Quint has a swivel at the head, swivels at his shoulders, and then swivels at his legs, so completely the same as the previously released figure. Now the shark. The shark is very, very cool looking, and if you saw my previous review on the individually released shark, it's basically the same exact thing as what we got before, except for the blood that's splattered on his face. Now, if I give you an up-close of that, you can see it's actually really, really well done. It looks very realistic. Pretty gory for something you're going to find at Toys R Us, but still a very cool figure. Very nicely applied paint there for the blood splattering. And it looks like the same exact pattern, like the way they position the droplets of blood is identical on both sides. Interesting. But just from all angles, this really looks really impressive. In fact, I would say that with the blood, it actually looks more like the shark from Jaws for some reason. I mean, I know he had a share of people eating in that film, but I don't know. It just kind of adds, I think, to the look of the shark. Give you a comparison here of both of the sharks. Now, it does look like the original one has a little bit more of a bright white on his cheek areas, and this one does have scars on it. But I think that the scars on this one with the blood just really adds to the character of the shark. Just, gives it that, man-eating beast look more than this one does. But other than that, I mean, they're the same thing. As I mentioned in the previous video, it's a really nicely done shark. It is a little bit anatomically inaccurate when compared to the shark from the film, Bruce the Shark, as well as a great white from real life. It's just a little bit too thick here in the midsection, and the head's a little bit too big. Should be a little more streamlined and stretched out. So it's not accurate completely in terms of scale to what it was in the film, but I mean it looks good enough when you compare a side-by-side with the figure and the shark. I mean, it's certainly big enough, and the fact that it can eat him is also testament to that. Now the shark's jaw is movable. You can close it and you can open it, and if you want to have it more of like a midpoint, which I think probably looks best, you can do that as well. And if you want your shark to eat Mr. Quint, well, that's why they come packed together. Even with the machete, he can eat him and get his mouth closed. And you can't digest him. If you want to get Mr. Quint back out, you're going to have to do it by, getting him out the way that you put him in there. And I can see now that I shouldn't have put him in there with the machete, but there we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so there you have it. This is the Funko ReAction San Diego Comic-Con and Toys R Us exclusive Jaws, Great White Shark, and Quint Final Battle set. Overall, guys, I actually really like this set. I wasn't really expecting too much since it's the same shark with a little more paint and a retold Quint figure with a new accessory. But I actually like it quite a bit. Now, I will say that at $30, this is a little bit steep. I'm not sure what they cost at Comic-Con, but at Toys R Us, this costs $30. Considering that you can get the shark by itself for $15 and then the Quint figure for $10, $30 does seem a little bit steep. But, I mean, this is an exclusive, so you can expect to pay a little bit more for that reason. And like I said, I do like this shark more than the regular version. I think that the blood splatters certainly add to the look of the shark and make it feel more like Bruce the Shark from the Jaws film. The Quint figure is also very nice. It's nice that we got a retooled Quint rather than the same figure. The new head is nice looking. The accessory is very nice. If you're a fan of Jaws or the Funko ReAction Jaws line of toys, then you're probably going to want to have this in your collection. If you already have the regular shark and the regular Quint figure, it's not an absolute necessity. But if you don't have any of them and you just want to get one item from the line, I think this is probably a good way to go as well, because you're getting the shark, which looks really good with the blood on it, and then Mr. Quint, who is a badass. So a really cool set, and I do recommend it to you. Alright, my friends, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. We really appreciate your support. Let me know what you think about this set down in the comments. And as always, I want to thank you for watching Victoria's Cantina. Until next time, bye-bye.